Complete. Shannon Sharpe put the ball down the sideline. Sharpe gonna go for the touchdown.
I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
A 7th-round draft pick turned Hall of Famer. One of the most dominant NFL tight ends of all time. Just a humble farm boy who grew into a charismatic sports broadcaster and fan favorite. This is the story behind Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe's career is one of ambition, hard work, and an unyielding commitment to excellence. Born in Chicago, Illinois on June 26, 1968, Sharpe was gifted with remarkable athletic prowess and an ironclad will, both of which he harnessed to ascend to the very pinnacle of American football. Sharpe was raised in the small town of Glenville, Georgia, and came from humble beginnings. Growing up in a 1,000-square-foot cinder-block home with no indoor plumbing, where he lived with his grandparents, aunts, sister, and older brother Sterling Sharpe, who had his own all-pro career with the Green Bay Packers. From his bedroom, Shannon Sharpe could look up and see the night stars through holes in his roof. On Sharpe's family farm, he helped with chores like herding hogs, catching chickens, gardening, and picking tobacco, an upbringing he largely credits for his work ethic. In his early teens, Sharpe watched his father battle lung cancer. His dad eventually lost his jawbones and part of his throat before he died at age 39, which had a major impact on Sharpe's personal development. Through this period, Sharpe attended Glenville High School, where he was a star football player who also played basketball and was a promising track and field athlete, setting a state triple jump record. But the farm work remained. After practice, Shannon and Sterling were back to doing chores. Sharpe continued to hone his skills at Savannah State, where he played football and also excelled at track. In 1999, he was named College Player of the Year in Georgia and was a 4-year letter winner on his way to leading the Tigers in receptions and caught 40 touchdowns through his 4-year college career. The NFL seemed like a foregone conclusion, but it was his size that was the only hang-up. Sharpe measured 6'2" and 230 pounds, too big to be an effective receiver and too small for tight end. Still, his performance caught the eyes of NFL scouts, leading him to be drafted in the 7th round by the Denver Broncos in the 1990 NFL Draft. A 7th-round pick is often considered a long shot to even make the team. Sharpe, however, was not just another 7th-round pick, even when the draft was 12 rounds, as it was in 1990. Only half of the 7th-round picks that year even played a game in the NFL, and the other 4 Hall of Famers from the 1990 draft, Junior Seau, Emmitt Smith, Leroy Butler, and Cortez Kennedy, were taken in the 1st or 2nd rounds. Sharpe spent his first 2 years in the league learning the ropes, but it was in his 3rd year when he truly came into his own, establishing himself as one of the league's premier tight ends by catching 53 passes for 640 yards and 4 touchdowns, earning his first of 8 Pro Bowl appearances. His side speed and soft hands, combined with his uncanny ability to create separation from defenders, made him an invaluable weapon in the Broncos' offensive arsenal. He also began firmly cementing himself in the NFL history books. His 13 catches against the Raiders in a 1993 wildcard game equaled the NFL record. Sharpe led the Broncos in receiving 6 times, and during his tenure won back-to-back Super Bowl titles, ending Denver's run of 4 straight big game losses.
I'm calling the president. President, we need a National Guard. We need as many men as you can spare because we are killing the Patriots. So call the dogs off. Send the National Guard, please. They need emergency help. Please help these folks. They're coming. Help is on the way.
In 1998, Sharpe helped the Broncos, led by future Hall of Famer John Elway, secure their first Super Bowl victory in a 31-24 upset over the Green Bay Packers, also snapping a 13-season Super Bowl drought for the AFC. 1 year after defeating the Green Bay Packers, the Broncos returned to the NFL's pinnacle to defeat the Atlanta Falcons 34-19, making it 2 rings for Sharpe. Unfortunately for him, he twisted his left knee in the first quarter after he was flipped over by cornerback Ray Buchanan's tackle and missed the rest of the game. The 1999 season would mark a turning point for Sharpe and the Broncos. Elway retired after the second Super Bowl win, and star running back Terrell Davis suffered a knee injury in Week 4 that would severely curtail his career. Sharpe broke his collarbone in Week 5 and missed the rest of the year. The Broncos sunk to 6-10. The end of that era was already in the offing. Sharpe has told the story that he believes he was going to get traded in 1999 had he not broken his collarbone. So after 10 seasons with the Broncos, the team did not offer Sharpe a new contract for 2000, and he became a free agent. At the time, the move was a bit of a gut punch to Sharpe, who had always hoped he'd retire a Bronco. He even admitted he cried at the news. But undeterred by this setback, Sharpe signed with the Baltimore Ravens. There, his leadership and veteran experience proved instrumental for what was then a young team with lots of potential. He became the #1 pass catcher on a team built around one of the stingiest defenses in history. Perhaps his most memorable highlight was a 96-yard touchdown reception in the 2000 AFC Championship game, the game's first and only touchdown. It's still the longest TD catch in NFL playoff history. With that, Ravens earned their first AFC Championship win and punched their ticket to the Super Bowl, where he earned his 3rd ring. He only spent 2 seasons in Baltimore, but he set franchise records for most consecutive games with the pass reception at 31, and even added his 8th and final Pro Bowl appearance in his 2nd season. In 2002, Sharpe returned to the Broncos for 2 more seasons, teaming with Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey to create an effective passing-catching core, first for Brian Griese, then Jake Plummer. He called time on his illustrious career following the 2003 season. His remarkable achievements included 815 career receptions, 10,060 yards receiving, and 62 touchdowns. He was also a 3-time All-Pro from 1996 to 98. He also retired holding many Broncos franchise records, including most career pass receptions with 675 and most career touchdown receptions with 55. In 2011, Sharpe's 14-season career was duly recognized when he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. During his emotional induction speech, Sharpe's gratitude for his career and his love for the game were palpable. He paid homage to his grandmother who raised him and his siblings, thanking her for teaching him the values of hard work and determination.
My big brother Sterling. I'm the only player of 267 men that's walked through this building to my left that can honestly say this. I'm the only pro football player that's in the Hall of Fame, and I'm the 2nd best player in my own family. What do you say about a person that gives you everything but life? How do you start to say thank you, Granny, for a woman that raises 9 of her kids and your mom's 3? And she sacrificed more for her grands than she did her own.
But Sharpe's impact was not limited to his on-field exploits. His larger-than-life personality made him a fan favorite. His eloquent speeches and vibrant interviews displayed his wit and intelligence, attributes that served him well in his post-football career. Following his retirement, Sharpe transitioned seamlessly into broadcasting. He spent a decade on the panel of CBS's NFL Today.
JB, what did you She is who she thought she was. And we let off the hook. We had a chance to get her fired, JB. We let off the hook.
As a football analyst, he's been praised for his candid analysis, often employing the same intensity and passion that characterized his playing career. His unique blend of humor, storytelling, and insightful commentary has seen him become a respected voice in sports journalism. In 2016, Sharpe joined forces with Skip Bayless to co-host Undisputed, a daily 2-hour sports debate show on Fox Sports 1, created to rival ESPN's First Take. Bayless, a former writer known for his strong opinions, was already an established hot take machine, and Sharpe provided the sharp wit and intimate knowledge of the game that made the duo an instant ratings success, known for its lively debates and its willingness to tackle any topic, no matter how controversial.
Hopefully T, his dad, T. Morant, sits him down and says, "Job, bro, hey, check this out. You move in a way that's not conducive for long term. You got an opportunity to be special. You have an opportunity to be one of the faces, if not the face of the NBA. Ja, congratulations, bro. I'm sorry that it took something like this, but I'm glad it didn't go even further and it took something tragic or catastrophic for you to realize the error of your ways."
But the show has also been criticized for its over-the-top personalities and its focus on hot takes over substance. Sometime in late 2022, the opinionated discussions between Bayless and Sharpe started looking more like actual beef. It was clear the arguments were becoming personal.
This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he is still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
Skip, that's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No,
Skip, I did what I did.
never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, what I got to see what you do? You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out.
In January 2023, the two butted heads over Bayless's myopic tweets on the night of DeMar Hamlin's cardiac arrest. Before the game was officially canceled following the collapse, Bayless took to Twitter saying, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." Social media outrage immediately ensued. Responding to the strong reaction, Bayless attempted tweeting a clarification, but the damage was already done. Sharpe took the next day off, but when he returned to the show a day later, he explained he wished Bayless had deleted the tweet. Bayless wouldn't budge. The on-air arguments continued from there, with the two looking less and less like two friends, passionately discussing sports, and more like two people who just couldn't stand each other. In June 2023, Sharpe announced he was leaving FS1, without detailing what his specific plans for the future were.
And last but not least, Skip Bayless. You fought for me, bro.
Did I?
I'm here because of you. You've allowed me to share the stage with you. You've allowed me to share the platform. I'm going to cry in the car, but I'm not going to cry now. The opportunity that you gave me to become what I became, I'm forever indebted to you. I'll never forget what you did for me. You've helped me grow more than you ever know.
Okay, this is not easy for me either. But
one more thing before you go, Skip. Okay. One more thing. All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know I gave you everything I had.
You did.
Sharpe recently passed 100 episodes of his Club Shay Shay podcast, which began in 2020. He is not without options for the next phase of his career. But wherever Sharpe lands next, his legacy as one of the NFL's most legendary tight ends is secure. And his reputation as one of the most entertaining voices in sports media has grown substantially. His story, from the humble beginnings in Glenville to the very zenith of the football world and the broadcasting industry, is not just about his athletic ability or his charisma. It's about determination, resilience, and an unyielding belief in oneself. It's a story that continues to inspire many, not just in football, but across the spectrum of human endeavor. Shannon Sharpe's career is a testament to the fact that success is not always about where one starts, but how one finishes. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.